Chapter 2. "Sorry," the creature said. He let go of my throat and patted my shoulder gently. "Just doing my job, you know." He had a British accent. We all laughed. My heart was still pounding, but I didn't want to let on that he had scared me. He climbed back into the ticket booth and poked his head out the opening. His long horns scraped the sides of the booth. "I'm a horror," he said. "We're the park workers, you know, the guides. It's not a bad job. I have paid vacations, and I get to eat any small children I can catch." We all laughed. On the other side of the fence, I heard snarling animal sounds. The snarls turned to a roar, and then I heard people running and screaming their heads off. The horror shook his head. "Sounds like one of the creatures escaped Werewolf Village," he said. "That happens from time to time. It can be very messy." Molly and I exchanged glances. I wished Molly would lighten up. She looked so tense. She had to know this was all a joke. "We have a special invitation," Dad said. He pulled the letter from his wallet and handed it to the horror. The horror pretended to eat it. Then he pulled it out of his mouth and read it carefully. He punched some keys on his computer and then poked his head back out. "Yes, I see," he said, suddenly serious. "I see. Brittney and Molly, you are very special guests." Then he laughed a cold and evil laugh. His laugh gave me a chill. What did he mean by very special? "So, do we just go in?" Dad asked. The horror shook his head. Once again, his pointy horns scraped the walls of the booth. "No, you can't go in," he said. Dad squinted at him. "I don't understand." "Before I can let you in," the horror said, "I have to make each one of you scream." I laughed. "You're joking, right? We all have to scream?" "We keep your scream on file," he said, "so we can identify you later." "Excuse me? Identify us later? What did that mean?" The horror pulled out a small black microphone. "Whenever you're ready," he said. "It's connected to my computer." We lined up one by one and did our best scream into the microphone. Mom's was the best. I couldn't believe it. She really sounded like she was in a horror movie. Molly did a tiny, shrill scream. You could barely hear her. Mine was pretty good. Maybe too long. I screamed till my throat hurt. After Dad screamed, his face turned bright red. He's kind of shy, and I think he was embarrassed. The metal gate swung open. The horror pointed inside. "Wait by the road there. A taxi will pick you up and take you to the hotel. A horror will be waiting to take you to your rooms." The four of us walked through the tall gate. It slid shut behind us and clicked, as if locking us inside. Dad suddenly turned. "Hey, wait," he called to the horror. "Our suitcases." The horror stepped out of the ticket booth and walked over to our bags. "You won't be needing these where you're going," he said. He pulled a blowtorch from behind his back, flamed it up, and set our suitcases on fire.